Hey, what's going on out there, everybody? Rooster in Tennessee, looking at this JTG built dual 4cx800 GU74B bass amp. There's a quick peek at the power supply that runs it. It's a power supply that runs this one's big enough to run 3 tubes continuous. Step start in it and all that. Here's our voltmeter on the front, and that runs about 3,000 volts. We'll key it up and show you what it drops. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Even modulating it don't drop much below 2,600. Of course, that can vary on somebody's plate volts, but we're down here at Gump's pump house today, so he's got pretty good line voltage, or vary on line volts, I should say. Amp's pretty simple. Outside wise, it's got 2 tuners on the front, and this is an actual variable control here, this bottom one, and we'll show how it works here in a second. And then this switch is a standby in the middle, and down low it's a high and low. So you got high all the way up in the middle, standby, and then in the bottom it's on low. This is on and off switch. The deck will turn on without the power supply turned on. So you can, if you want to power the power supply off and let your stuff run for a while to cool down, you can leave the deck running. Cooling wise, it's got multiple blowers in it, blowing across the bottom. You can feel the air coming out top here. It definitely blow a piece of paper plumb off of it if you, matter of fact. You can see it won't even let that napkin sit up there on top of it, but there's the 2 tubes inside of it. And a lot of people show you these tube amps and people ooh and ah at what they look like on top, but I can tell you right now that all the magic to them is in the bottom. And on the subject of that, on these 4cx800s, GU74Bs, there's a lot of people out here building them. And I don't want to sound cocky or arrogant or anything, but the way that Gump and Grinder are setting these up, no one else is building them the same way. The way they're driven, the way they're powered, how they make their power. There's people doing them several different ways. And, you know, in my opinion, they're doing them the improper way, and nobody else is doing them the way these guys are. You can take a radio that does 2 watts of power and get full output out of one of these amps, or you can take a radio that does 10 watts of power and get a full output out of one of them. It just depends on how they set the amp up. Now, that being said, when they build one of these, they're built specifically for radios with a certain output level. So if you've got, you know, a radio that does 10 watts average and you've got a radio that does 15 watts average, it's not recommended to use that 15 watt average radio if you had this amp built for that 10 watts average radio. It will blow it up because it was designed for you know, a specific output. And there's people building them not that way and end up having to go through tubes and everything else because they're the way they're designed. You end up putting tubes in them. But if you drive this amp with the radio with the power that it was designed to use, you will not have a failure out of it. This one was set up for about a 8 watts average radio. We're going to drive it with a T-Berry stalker. And we'll show you the output on here. We'll do peak first, then we'll do average, and we'll do both. We'll test it with the variable control down here and the high and low settings to give you an idea of what it does. But here's our bird meter over here. Bird peak kit in the side is already turned on. And there's our line section. Gump was good enough to let me come down here and do a video on this thing. I've been wanting to do a video on it and kind of show off the work they're doing. But with that said, that's enough rambling. That's about 5 minutes of talking, so let's get to get to showing you what this thing will do. We're on peak right now. We're on high. The control is wide open. That's a middle scale. We keying over 1,000. And that's a 5,000 watt in the corner. Hello, test. Way in the corner. Hello, test. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You just have to take my word for it. It's doing about 5,800 watts peak right there. Let's do it on average real quick. Same scale. Keying about 1,000, 1,100. Audio. Any way you want to look at it, about 2K. Audio. Test, 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 test. We'll talk into it normal. Normal talking, normal talking, normal talking, normal talking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then audio. 2K average, any way you want to look at it. Let's see what we do now. Let's we'll go to low power. Still got the variable control wide open. Wide open here. Now we're keying about 600. Audio doing about 1,400 average. Let's put our peak kit on. Peak's now turned on. Oh, let's focus here. Hello, radio, 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 radio. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. About 3,500 peak on low. Now what we'll do, we'll start dialing this dial down here. We'll go ahead and cut it back halfway. You can see the dial's halfway on the control. Hello, hello, hello. So our carrier went way down. And we're swinging, hello, 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 16, 1700 watts. We'll go down to 9 o'clock. Hello, 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 audio, test, test, test. 1,500 or so. All the way down. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, excuse me. Hello, I was looking at the wrong scale last time. That's a little bit over 2K right there. That's all the way down. See it does on average. Hello, 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 audio, audio. 400 watts or so average all the way down. Let's see, what else can we show on it? I guess that's about it. Variable control, everything else. We'll turn it wide open and show you low and high one more time. But I want one of these amps myself. Trying to talk Gump out of getting this one, but I think I'm gonna have to end up buying one from him and Grinder new. I don't think he's gonna turn loose of it. That's back on low. Audio, 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 middle scale, middle scale, middle scale, middle scale, audio. Just shy of 1,500. We'll go on high one more time. Average power, average power, average power, average power, average power, average power, average power. 2K average. One last time on peak. Audio, radio, 1, 2, all the way in the corner. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Audio, test, test. Audio, test, test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Audio. That's it. Dual 4cx800 GU74B. Good tubes, tough tubes. People run these things hard, hard, hard. A lot of guys out there keying single tube ones at over 2 kW. Wouldn't recommend running it like that myself, but I guess they'll stand the pressure. Tubes are tough. Anyway. Any mistakes I made on this video, I'll go back and watch it, and I'll post in the comments or whatever I flipped up on. I think I messed up on the output power when I was testing this control one time. But if you guys are interested in one of these, something like this, let me know. Contact me 423-299-3535. Shoot me a text, and I will steer you to the guys that can make it happen for you. But that's it. JTG Built Steel. I hope you guys enjoy. Catch you on the band. See you. Bye.